Today we're going to cover what the three money problems are, the root cause of those problems, and the solution. My name's Jim, I'm a dad, and this is for my girls. I'm sharing things I learn in the hope it will make their lives better. Girls, this is for you. Let's get into it. What are these money problems? Number one, not enough money. Number two, things cost too much. And number three, it's getting harder. Imagine this. You're back working your old high school job. A kid from class pulls up in a fancy car. You want a fancy car. At a party, you hear about a kid. He hit it big with Bitcoin, and now you want some. Then, at the same party, friends are planning a cool trip, and you want to go. You check the bank balance, and you're like, I just don't have enough money for everything I want to do. Welcome to problem number one, not enough money. But wait, it gets worse. You go to the store to buy the thing, your card is declined. You check the tag and the price went up. Later, you're out with friends, they're splurging on cool stuff. You see the prices and you're like, this stuff costs way too much money. Welcome to problem number two, things cost too much. As time goes by, this happens again and again and again and again. And you're like, does this ever get any easier? Which leads us directly to problem number three, it's getting harder. These are the three most common money problems that you'll hear people talk about. Number one, I don't have enough money. Number two, things cost too much. And number three, it's getting harder. To find the solution, let's begin in reverse order with problem number three, it's getting harder. What does that mean? It means things are becoming less affordable over time because the cost of things are increasing faster than wages increase. Imagine wages on one side and costs on the other. In the middle is a gap that we have to bridge with our paycheck every week. And that would be fine. We could find a way. But next year, the gap gets a little bit wider and harder to bridge. In fact, every year that goes past gets a little bit wider and harder to bridge. Over the last 38 years, the average wage grew 138% just to try and keep up with that growing gap. Back in '94, the average wage was $635 a week. And now in 2025, it's over $1,500 a week. Back in '94, the average cost of a loaf of bread was 79 cents. The average three-bedroom house was $185,000. Now in 2025, that loaf of bread is $5, and the house is $1.2 million. That's an average cost increase of 540%. So over the last 3 decades, the wages went up 138%, but the costs went up 540%. Meaning that the gap in the middle grew by a whopping 402%. Just to be clear, that's insane. Any gap between wages and expenses is a problem. A gap that keeps increasing makes us more poor in the future. We hear it all the time, the gap between the rich and the poor is growing. So you're right, it is getting harder. It's harder for me now. It's harder for you than it was for me. Harder for all of us to bridge the gap in the future. This ever-increasing gap is called inflation. Inflation is the root cause of all three money problems. The good news is, if we can solve inflation, all three money problems will disappear, just like that. Inflation is complex. There's wage inflation, monetary inflation, goods inflation, assets inflation. The worst of these, in my view, would be monetary inflation, where, amongst other things, the government prints more money. This causes the decreased value of the dollar, meaning that the dollar buys you less tomorrow than it does today. However, we have a bigger problem. Inflation is not in our control. The average person cannot control the cost of goods award wage rates, or national monetary policy. And that means that the average person cannot control inflation. If inflation is the problem, but it's out of our control, what do we do? Well, stressing out about what you can't control will make you very unhappy. So let's not do that. We can't control inflation, but luckily there's another way. We only need to control what we have personally and what we do personally right now. That's what happy people do. Happy people focus on what they have and what they can control right now. If you want to be happy with your money, focus on what you can control right now. In your personal money life, you control 3 things: what you earn, what you keep, and how you grow those 2 things. If the problem is that the cost of things are increasing faster than wages increase, the solution to your personal money problems is to make sure your income and savings increase faster than inflation. Think of inflation like the current of a river. The current is trying to push your boat backwards. If your rowing strength, income and savings, is stronger than the current, the boat will still move forward. If your income and savings increase faster than inflation, then the big wide gap between costs and wages will seem like it gets smaller and smaller until it disappears for you. At that point, things won't seem so hard, things won't seem like they cost too much, and you'll have plenty of money. And that means that the 3 money problems will be solved for you. Not solved for the world, but solved for you. And that's good enough for me. But I hear you ask, how? How do I make my income and savings increase faster than inflation? How? The answer to how is always in steps. The good news is, steps in the right sequence form a plan. As I see it, there are 7 money plans, and I will cover each of them in a future video. For now, just know that a money plan is how to make, keep, and grow money. You don't need to wait for my money plans. You can make your own money plans. If you don't choose a money plan, you'll be inside someone else's money plan. When you do make the choice, you'll be able to afford the fancy car, the Bitcoin, the cool trips, or anything else you want. Why? Because you acted on something you can control. You solved your own problem. And that's amazing. Okay, that about covers everything. Let's recap. At the beginning, I said we'd cover what the 3 money problems are, the root cause, and the solution. We now know that the 3 money problems are not enough money, things cost too much, and it's getting harder. We also know that the root cause is inflation, and the solution is income and savings that increase faster than inflation. So I think we can tick off our agenda for today. But to be clear, the responsibility of this is on you, not me, not your boss, and not the government. If money is important for you, make the choice, find a way. Just as soon as you make your income and savings increase faster than inflation, all your money problems will be solved. Remember, if you don't choose a money plan, you're inside someone else's money plan. That's all I got for you today, girls. Love you lots. Have a fantastic week. Bye for now.